I've decided to do ethanol as my biofuel. Background. Ethanol is a renewable fuel made from biomass. The chemical formula of it is CH3CH2OH. It is also known as ethyl alcohol, grain alcohol, and ETOH. It is commonly used in gasoline and in alcoholic beverages. Biomass and how it is cultivated. Biomass is the biological source of ethanol. It is a renewable organic material that comes from plants and animals that is used in bioenergy production. Biomass is cultivated through various methods such as growing specific crops like sugarcane and corn, which are rich in organic matter. The crops are then harvested and processed in order to produce energy. How ethanol is produced. Ethanol is produced through the fermentation process of sugars and starches by yeast. The yeast consumes the sugars, which then produces ethanol as a byproduct. It is then mixed with gasoline to create ethanol fuel. Denaturants are added to the ethanol, making the fuel version undrinkable. So, like, if you were like, why am I drinking something that, is put into gas? It's because the gas version has denaturants added to it, making it undrinkable. Nearly all ethanol used for fuel is produced from corn kernel starch in the United States. And here's just a little diagram of how ethanol is produced. Development status. Ethanol is used worldwide, however, it is still being improved. While the first generation of ethanol production, using things such as corn, is efficient and widely available, researchers are working on a second generation ethanol production that is still in development. The purpose of the second generation ethanol is to reduce the greenhouse effect, meaning that it will be produced using non-food feedstocks and therefore will be more sustainable and efficient by reducing the competition with food production. Impact on the carbon footprint. What is a carbon footprint? Well, it's the amount of greenhouse gases and specifically carbon dioxide emitted by something such as a person's activities or a product's manufacture and transport during a given period. That's from the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Overall, ethanol has a positive impact on the carbon footprint. Given that it is a renewable fuel source, it generally has a low carbon footprint because not only does it produce less greenhouse gas emissions than the traditional fossil fuels, but it also comes with lower levels of harmful air pollutants. Economic impact of ethanol. Ethanol has a significant impact on the economy. It reduces our dependence on imported oil, helps stabilize fuel prices, boosts the rural economies, and gives many job opportunities. According to the Renewable Fuels Association, in 2022, more than 78,800 U.S. jobs were directly associated with the ethanol industry, with an additional 342,800 indirect and induced jobs supported across all sectors of the economy. The industry created $34.8 billion in household income and contributed just over $57 billion to the nation's gross domestic product, the second highest GDP contribution ever. The jobs, GDP, and household income values exhibited significant increases from 2021 levels. Efforts made. The federal government offers an assortment of subsidies, including grants, loans, and tax breaks to increase the use of ethanol, while also imposing a mandate to blend biofuels with gasoline and diesel. People who support biofuels believe that these policies would strengthen the economy, reduce gas prices, and benefit the environment, but none of this has yet to happen. Current analysis and recommendations and plan of action. My current analysis. According to the information I have read, policies regarding ethanol have unintendedly led to things such as rising food prices and environmental impacts. For example, it leads to a higher demand for corn, which is used to produce ethanol, which then leads to higher prices of corn. My recommendations and plan of action. I think that policymakers should consider the risk of the policies they are making in order to reduce the potential negative impact that they could lead to. I also believe that the promotion of biofuels made from non-food sources would have a positive impact on the economy. And that is it, and these are just my sources.